Kiffsters, welcome to my kitchen. So today we're going to do a very special sort of math lesson. So all year in first grade, we've been thinking about ways to measure items. So we've measured things like fish, we've measured how long something is, how tall it is, and we've compared that. In real life, we don't always measure fish, but every day when somebody cooks, they use a certain type of measurement. When you use a recipe, you have to know how much of each thing goes into your pot. Otherwise, it would taste terrible. But unlike measuring when we measure fish, we can't use inches to measure, say, flour. That'd be too hard. So instead, chefs came up with a different way to measure. They used spoons, like a tablespoon, or a teaspoon, which is smaller, and cups. We also have things like half cups, which is this cup in 2 equal parts, or fourth cups, which is this cup in 4 equal parts. So that's even smaller. Today, to make our recipe, you will need a cup, and that's about it. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing that we do when we're cooking normally is called mise en place. That's what chefs call it. It's a fancy way of saying getting ready. You'll need a pan. You'll need Rice Krispie treats, some marshmallows, and butter. We need 3 tablespoons of butter. That's a way to measure. The butter sticks normally tell you how many tablespoons. So I need 1, 2, 3 of these. Let me get a knife. Oh, better get my knife. Oh, I didn't have that ready. So I need 1, 2, 3 tablespoons. Let me cut. So we got all of our things ready. The first thing that we need to do is measure out, and we measured our 3 tablespoons of butter out. The first thing that we need is 4 cups of marshmallows. So I'm going to put in my marshmallows, and I'm going to fill up 1 cup. So when I measure, just like when we measure with length, we do end to end. But when we measure with food, we have to make sure our whole cup is full, perfectly full. Not too many, not too few. So I have it all the way full, and I'm going to dump it in this bowl right here so that I can measure it. So I need 4 cups. Make sure none extra get in there. All right, and 4 cups. All right, so now I have my marshmallows all ready to go. My next step is to melt the butter in the pot. So I'm going to turn my heat on and get it nice and warm. Then my 3 tablespoons of butter is in a little block like this. What I'm going to do is to make it a little faster is I'm going to use my butter knife and cut it up into smaller pieces and then drop it in the hot. So my butter is nice and melted. So now it's time for the fun part. I'm going to start adding some of my marshmallows into this butter. And I'm going to get a spatula and mix it about until it gets nice and melty. My heat should be on medium, so not too hot, not too cold. Once I see it get really, really melty, it's not quite there yet, but almost. I'm gonna take it off the heat source. That means I need to take it away from the side so that I can add my Rice Krispies. You don't want to leave it on the heat because otherwise it will start to burn. And you know what? Burnt sugar tastes so yucky, y'all. All right, so it's mostly melted. I'm going to turn my heat off to be safe. And then also scoot it on over off the heat. Now I can start adding my Rice Krispie treats. Ooh, my dogs are getting some on the ground. So as I'm adding a little bit at a time, I'm going to mix, mix, mix. As I add, I mix, mix, mix. Add and mix, add and mix. Whoops. Too much added at one time. I've been mixing up my Rice Krispie treats, and they're starting to look like this, a little bit goopy. That's okay, just keep on mixing. Keep on mixing until you get all your Rice Krispie treats in there. All right, and make sure you mix really good because that marshmallow mixture is laying at the bottom of your pot, so you're going to have to dig real deep in there to get it all. Is to grease a pan so that these can cool nicely. So I have this kind of spray, but if you don't have this kind of spray, you can just use butter and just rub it with your hands. So I'm gonna spray down this pan real good because you don't want it to get too sticky. And now it's time to scoop my pot of Rice Krispie treats into this pan. Don't try a bite yet, it's gonna be too hot. So now I'm scooping into my pan, I'm dumping it, and I'm gonna pat it down so that it starts to look a little bit like a cake. While I'm doing this, I'm trying to get fancy because I like to be fancy. And I found some sprinkles. If you don't have sprinkles, that's okay. But I found some sprinkles that I'm gonna add to my Rice Krispie treats just so that they look fancy and really fun because I like that. That'll just give, if you don't have sprinkles, that's okay. You could maybe use some food coloring. You could use some powdered sugar. You could use some chocolate chips. Get real creative with it because that's the fun of cooking is being creative. I have it all scooped down. So I'm just going to use my spatula now and just pat, pat, pat. I can even use my hands and press, press, press so that they get a little bit smaller in the pan because you want them compact. That means everything's sticking together really nice and they're not too loose. It's got to be tight in there for this to be the type you want. You got to let it cool for a while now before you eat it. So that'll make it nice and firm and stick together. All right, friends. Now my Rice Krispie treats have cooled. This is what they look like. And it's time to do the best part of what any chef wants to do, which is cut it and serve it. And when they serve it, you get to eat some too. So I'm going to cut this using a little butter knife. I'm going to cut it into about 12 pieces. So I'm going to cut it into fourths first. On the top, that's 4 equal pieces. Go in one direction. So I cut 4 little lines to make fourths. Now I'm going to cut it again into thirds. We didn't learn about thirds, but thirds is 3 equal pieces. So I'm going to cut it into thirds going the other way. And that magically makes me have 12 equal pieces to share with me and 11 friends, because I'm definitely having one of these. You guys have a great day. I can't wait to see pictures of your Rice Krispie treats, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.